Today, we will tell you about all the known and rumored romances of Michael Jackson. Diana Ross. Around 1971, early 1980s, Diana Ross was more than a romantic interest. Michael called her the special woman of my life. He idolized her from childhood and saw her as his muse and mentor. They often appeared together on stage, at ceremonies, and on personal trips. Michael sang songs about her, gave her flowers, and openly said he dreamed of being with her. Despite no official confirmation of a romance, fans considered her the main woman in Michael's life. A significant sign of trust was the news that Michael included Diana in his will as a possible guardian for his children, showing the depth of their bond. Stephanie Mills. Late 1970s, early 1980s. Michael and Stephanie were teenagers in the late 70s. He was already a star with Jackson 5, and she was an actress and singer, a rising Broadway star. They shared a quiet, young love, tender, vulnerable, and sincere. Stephanie later admitted she was truly in love with Michael, describing him as a gentle and sensitive person with a huge heart. However, their paths diverged. Michael pursued a solo career, and Stephanie focused on theater. Their story is an example of love that couldn't withstand the pressure of fame and the spotlight. Brooke Shields. 1980s. Around 1985. In the early 80s, Michael and Brooke met and quickly became close. Michael called her his girlfriend, while she called him her best friend. Their relationship was tender but ambiguous. Michael often invited Brooke to award ceremonies, family dinners, and premieres. He admitted he was in love and even dreamed of adopting a child with her. However, Brooke always emphasized there was no real romance, more like a deep friendship with romantic hopes. Michael seemed like a shy teenager afraid of true intimacy. Still, he publicly thanked her at important moments, like in his Grammy Legends Awards speech, a sign of deep respect and appreciation. Their relationship remains somewhere between friendship and unfulfilled love. And it remains an important part of Michael Jackson's dating history. Tatiana Thompson, 1988. While filming the music video for The Way You Make Me Feel in early 1988, Michael met Tatiana Thompson, a model and dancer he personally chose for the role. There was an immediate special connection between them. Tatiana recalled feeling a real tension, something beyond just work. At one concert, she even kissed Michael right on stage, a moment that went down in history as bold and unusual. But that kiss caused a strong reaction. Michael was taken aback, and Tatiana was soon removed from the tour. She believed Michael was in love, but then he simply disappeared, as if afraid of his own feelings. Fans debated whether it was a romance or just a staged moment. Michael himself avoided the details. This story is one of the most unusual episodes in Michael Jackson's dating history, an early sign of his complex nature in love. Madonna, 1991. In 1991, the world watched every step of Michael and Madonna, two of the brightest stars of that era. Their appearance together on the Oscars' red carpet sparked rumors and debates. Are they a couple? Madonna later said they did kiss, but Michael was very shy and afraid to show passion. He mentioned in an interview, "She's too loud, and I'm not." This brief romance remains remembered as one of the most vivid but short-lived episodes, a flash of passion and misunderstanding between two very different personalities. Lisa Marie Presley, 1992, 1996. And then came Lisa Marie Presley, the daughter of the legendary Elvis Presley. This relationship became perhaps the most talked about and controversial romance in Michael Jackson's life. They secretly married in May 1994 in the Dominican Republic, and the news shocked the world. At the time, Michael was under intense public scrutiny due to the first allegations against him, and many believed the marriage was a publicity stunt. But Lisa Marie insisted their feelings were real. She saw Michael as a vulnerable and lonely person who needed protection. They made public appearances together, showing their affection, including their famous kiss at the 1994 MTV Video Music Awards, which still sparks debate. They were incredibly different. Michael, a child at heart living in his fantasy world of Neverland, and Lisa Marie, a grounded, practical woman with a rebellious spirit. According to rumors, their relationship was full of passion and conflict. Lisa Marie said that Michael could be extremely demanding and often withdrew into himself. There were reports of frequent arguments and of Michael trying to change her, to shape her into his ideal. Fans were divided. Some believed in their love, while others thought the marriage was an attempt to distract from Michael's legal troubles. The relationship had an impact on his music. Many songs from that period are filled with themes of love and loss. But in 1996, their relationship fell apart. They divorced quietly, without scandal, but with a lingering emotional weight. Lisa Marie later admitted it was an incredibly important, yet deeply difficult, time in her life. Debbie Rowe. Period 1995 to 1999. Then, just when it seemed Michael might retreat into solitude after such an emotional whirlwind, he surprised the world once again. In 1996, he married Debbie Rowe, a nurse he had met years earlier at the dermatology clinic where he was receiving treatment. This marriage was of a very different nature, more pragmatic and much less public. Debbie gave birth to two of Michael's children, Prince Michael Joseph Jackson I in 1997 and Paris Michael Catherine Jackson in 1998. She said their relationship was based on deep respect and friendship, and that her main role was to be the mother of his children. By many accounts, Michael desperately wanted to become a father, and Debbie gave him that chance. Once again, the media and fans were divided. Some saw the marriage as a calculated arrangement, while others believed it was Michael's genuine attempt to build the loving family he never had. Debbie rarely appeared in public. Their life together was much more private. If there were conflicts, they stayed behind closed doors. In 1999, they quietly divorced, and Debbie relinquished custody rights, though she later regained them. The split was silent but profound, leaving Michael with his two children, who would become the very center of his world. Beyond these women, the list of Michael Jackson's rumored loves is long, including celebrities like Elizabeth Taylor, Whitney Houston, Liza Minnelli, and many others. For years, rumors circulated about his relationships with bodyguards, assistants, and actresses, but almost all stories remained unconfirmed. Some called Michael asexual, others a romantic who simply couldn't find happiness in love. But one thing is clear: his personal life was full of mysteries, complexities, and a search for genuine intimacy.